Well, welcome back. Tonight, a major battle brewing over how military chaplains do their jobs in a COVID-19 world.
Since social distancing guidelines have closed chapels and other meeting places, chaplains, like many pastors, have moved online to help meet spiritual needs. And that has led to complaints over the nature of some of their posts and where they're appearing.
CBN national security correspondent Eric Phillips has more.
I recently spoke with the chief chaplain of the U.S. Army about how he's pleased with how his chaplains have embraced virtual ministry. Now, that's the very thing being scrutinized.
I'm really pleased to see how our people have stepped up to embrace the virtual environment in order to really continue to help people to stay connected.
U.S. Army Chief Chaplain Thomas Soljim touted the work of those in his command, especially in the midst of an overwhelming pandemic.
We've seen an increase in seeking chaplains out virtually for counseling.
And even with that response, posts like this one from a chaplain at Fort Drum met with outside resistance and criticism.
It's a great place to just sit down on a bench and to pray and to connect with God.
The Military Religious Freedom Foundation says it fought to have it removed from the command's official social media page.
I'm always amazed in how God is in tune with his nature and his creation.
They said it was over the top.
Some chaplains, overzealous proselytizers, and in this case, they've all been fundamentalist Christian chaplains, have placed their videos on the commander's Facebook page, social media, which means belongs to the installation. And that carries with it the imprimatur of endorsement and validation and approval by the commander. You see what it is? It's the Great Commission versus the Great Constitution.
Weinstein claims his organization acted after receiving complaints from service members, many of them Christians, about the posts. He says a number of them have been removed.
It's all a matter of time, place, and manner.
Weinstein feels these messages belong on a chaplain's individual page, not a command's official page. Otherwise, he says, it violates the Constitution and threatens unit cohesion.
That's outrageous.
Mike Berry with First Liberty Institute says Weinstein's position is the equivalent of suggesting chaplains can only talk about religion inside the four walls of a chapel, and it has prompted action.
Approximately 20 members of Congress sent a letter to the Secretary of Defense demanding a response to know why the Army was so quickly capitulating to the MRFS demands. And we followed that up with a letter of our own to the Secretary of Defense, Mark Esper, asking him to provide clarity.
Berry believes commanders removing chaplain messages from any platforms are doing so in error.
They're fearful that somehow that they will be in violation of the law or the Constitution if they don't act, if they don't respond to these demands. And that fear is actually rooted in misinformation.
Mike Berry with First Liberty says he recently received a response from Secretary Esper saying the DOD has, quote, developed and implemented comprehensive policies and training on religious freedom. But Berry says based on feedback he's gotten from those within the ranks, no such training has happened. Eric Phillips, CBN News.